What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another video. Guess where we're at today? It's Friday. Can you tell by the super industrial area where I might be? Or the sound of this exhaust in the background where I might be? Today we are at USS Nagoya auction. This is another auction video coming at you guys. Here to inspect a number of cars today. A few of them for the shop, a few of them for some potential customers, and a few of them for me personally. So let's get this day started. I've already taken a look at a Super RZ. I had to hurry for that one because it went up early this morning. This one goes up in just a little while. I have a whole list on my phone of all the cars that are coming up by time. And I'm gonna go down that list today. We're gonna take a look at some cars and I'll bring you guys along for the most part. After this car, we have about a 3-hour gap before the next one goes up. So I will have a little bit of time where we can kind of just walk around, take a look at some cars. But as you guys know, I do have to return the key pretty fast. But we're looking at this Evo for potential new stock. It's a really nice car, good grade, good mileage, and actually really nice condition. We'll probably end up bidding on this one today. And I will let you guys know if there is a 1996 Evo 4 soon available in stock at Garage Defend. We shall see. But for now, I'm gonna go return this key and we're gonna get to looking at some other cars. All right guys, taking a quick break here, showing a little bit of part of the auction house I usually don't get into very much. There's a lot of imported cars, a lot of left-hand drive, big trucks and things like that. But what I was actually coming over here was for that. It's raining, I don't wanna get my camera wet. But that beautiful Mitsubishi Delica Star Wagon. It's lifted up, got some bigger tires on it, got the over fenders, got the ladder, got the roof rack, some fog lights, or some like spotlights up there in the front. That thing is freaking awesome. I put that on my list to come look at today. Not really seriously interested in purchasing. If I hadn't purchased my other one, I might be looking into it a little bit more. But this one does have undocumented kilometers, and it said 277,000 kilometers, but then it had the star, meaning it's undocumented, so who knows. And I don't know. I probably wouldn't mess with an undocumented kilometer Delica. Some of the cars, you know, have been, I don't know, they get motor swapped, they get cluster swapped all the time, but like, why is that undocumented? Who knows? But that thing is freaking cool. I kind of want my Delica to look like that in the end. There are some other cool cars out here though. I mean, there's an Integra Type R here, the later generation with the different rear bumper. There's a GTT over there. There's nice cars, nice Japanese sports cars under here too. But this section is a lot of like bigger stuff. Chevy Tahoes and Escalades. Look at all this crazy stuff over here. Got a Navigator, an Escalade, or what is that, a Hummer, an Escalade, another Hummer. Big old Caddy. I love these vans. These vans are really cool. A lot of people in Japan love them a lot too. It's one of the most common vans I'll see driving around is people in these left-hand drive Dodge Ram 250s. These things are pretty loaded out. These were kind of like the Delicas of America, maybe. I don't know. I guess they came with V8s though, I'm pretty sure. But they had a lot of options and they're kind of cool vans, I guess. I've seen way more of these in Japan than I ever have in America. But there's tons of stuff out here. Tons and tons of big vans and trucks. But I don't think that's really what you guys want to see on the channel. Little MR2. What is this over here? Toyota 4-wheel drive. What is this thing? I am not too familiar with this. 30th anniversary. Is this some kind of like, some type of Land Cruiser? Yeah, it is. Okay, it's a Land Cruiser. I've looked at some Land Cruisers too. I've been thinking about importing some of those because I know there's going to be a nice market for those in the South as well. But I don't really like this body style Land Cruiser. I like the big 4 doors. This one's not really my taste. Anyways, let's get back up to the sports cars and start inspecting a few more sweet JDM cars we need to take a look at today. Okay, for some reason my inner curiosity has me down here on the first floor still looking around. And there are some more JDM sports cars down here. There's an A86, or actually 11. I've seen a lot of these going up lately. They're just so expensive. This one's a grade 3.5C too, which 3.5 on a 11 or an 8.6, anything like this is very rare. Usually they're all R grade from people taking them up in the mountains and drifting and stuff. Check out this sweet Corvette though too. It's not really my thing, but it's really cool to see this kind of stuff in Japan getting loved. It looks to be in great condition. Very cool. Grade 3.5C. Yeah, the body looks completely clean on the auction sheet. Hey, I saw one of you guys say we should do a video on auction sheets, and we'll do that. Probably not this video, but I will do a whole video on auction sheets, teaching you guys kind of how to read some of them. EK9, this thing is gutted. There is only one seat. What the heck? Grade 3 D interior. Jeez, completely gutted. How about this minivan? Is this a minivan you guys would sport? I think this is an Odyssey, right? That is ridiculous. It is so funny. I love Japan and the van culture. I'm pretty sure this is an Odyssey. It's all debadged, but it's got to be what that is. So cool. This Rx7, is it dirty or is it faded? I think it's just dirty. It's probably been here a while. Not bad, but not what I'm here for. Actually, I don't think there's anything on this floor. Ooh, there's a Soarer over there. Another Civic. What is this, an EF? My old Honda game is bad. EF, yeah, EF SIR2, grade RD. This one will probably be, I don't know, they're kind of funny. Like, these things actually go for a decent amount sometimes too. This one's in pretty rough shape, so I think it'll be a little bit cheaper. But you don't see too many of those around. STI. Is that the Spec C Type RA? I don't know much about Subarus. It's never been something I've been that interested in, but it's got the Nürburgring outline on it. Some of you guys will probably freak out over this thing. It just seems like one of those cars, grade 4B. Yeah, looks nice. It's got a few, like there's a little crack right there or something, but not a bad looking car. Let's go check out this Soarer. USA legal or no? Kind of like it. Is it automatic? It is not automatic. It is USA legal. It's a grade 4B. Wow. 2.5 GTT. Not bad. Hey, this thing's kind of cool. Jesse, if you were watching this video, Jesse's got a Soarer, or not a Soarer, he's got a SC300 back in the States. I think I'd poop on you if I bought this thing. The display on these things is so cool. $89,000 original kilometers. Got some maintenance records with it. This doesn't look so bad. Mark II floor mat. This thing's pretty sweet. I don't know if this would be something, like I've considered them a little bit, just because, you know, I've always liked Soarers and I don't know. It'd be different. Not everybody's rocking these, but they were offered in the States though too. But I mean, so were some of the Silvias I'm looking at. I don't know, guys, let me know what you think. I didn't have this one on my radar, I wasn't looking at these. But I kind of like it. I wonder what time this one goes up. Interesting, very interesting. I like it a lot for some reason, but I don't think I should do it. I don't think it's me, guys. Let me know. Still here on the first floor, I realized there was one other car I did want to check out that was on my list. It is not any of these, but I thought these were just worth showing. Got the old Corvette beside the drifted out drift missile. That thing has seen its fair share of track days and mountain passes. This thing is rough, and it is still a grade 3. It's got a lot of problems though, it looks like. But we are here to take a look at a pink car. Not this pink S15, but worth checking out while we're here. This must be like the pink girly car section. It's funny how many pink cars I've seen here at the auctions recently. But this one is a Spec R 2002 S15. Hey, girl. What's this FC Rx7 looking so clean for? This isn't a bad looking car. It's got the over fenders, the wider body. Kind of done cheaply, it seems like, maybe. Cool though. The auction sheet's down over there. We'll skip it. I'm not that interested in it. What I am here to check out is this pink FD. Look at this thing. This is USA legal, guys. Should I buy this? Tell me right now, do I buy a pink FD with pink interior, slam to the ground, and cruise this around the USA? I've been wanting a car that could get a lot of attention for the shop and kind of draw a lot of people in, and this right here doesn't get any more attention grabbing than this. Oh man, I figured the key would be in it. I thought all the ones on the first floor had the key in it. That's unfortunate. I'll go get the key, check it out later. This one doesn't go up until this evening, so I got plenty of time to take a look at it. We're gonna look at that in just a second. Oh my God. But look at this thing, 3.5 D interior. This thing's super fresh. I guess it's probably a D because of all the customization that's been done to it. There's like sparkly things around the radio and around the gauge cluster over there. That's hilarious. Very crazy. The things you see in Japan. It's actually looks like a good paint though. I like the actual like color of the pink. It looks cool. This thing looks like something you'd see cruising around the streets of California in some gangbanger movie. Lots of interesting stuff over here. Look at this. This is definitely the purple and pink car section, no doubt. Okay, but seriously, we got to get up back to inspecting some cars. Just did a quick inspection on this 8.6. We're not here to bid on it, but somebody back in the States might be bidding on it. Just wanted to give you guys a quick look at it. I just had it started up and did some videos and pictures. But I need to get the key back down, because as you guys know, they're crazy here about certain cars, especially certain cars that are hot auction items. They want back down the key quick, and this one is definitely going to be one of them. It looks like it's in really good condition. On to another car to inspect for the day. I'm going to put the camera down and do my thing, take some pictures, do some good inspecting on it, because this is another one that we're looking at for the shop potentially. It is a January of 1995 R33 GTR, so one of the first that'll be able to go back to the States. So I'm going to put it down. I'll let you guys know what I think about it after I take a look at it, and I'll let you know in a sec. Just had a quick look. Actually, not a quick look. That was like 30 minutes. I need to get the key back down for sure. I keep saying that in this video. The wheels are pretty messed up, pretty nasty, and there's a few paint issues throughout that could be fixed, but it does have an R34 GTR motor in it, and the motor seems to be in good condition, so we will probably be bidding on this one. We'll see how high it goes though, because I mean, it does have, you know, the paint issues, but it's got the R34 motor, which is kind of a plus. So I don't know, we'll see. I will let you guys know if we end up winning it or not. Okay, that was all the inspecting I had to do for the shop today and for customers. So now we can tend to my needs in finding a car that I want to purchase. So that Soarer that I videoed, I think it already probably has gone up to auction. It was going up at 1 something, and it's already almost 2. Now the other car I'm looking for is supposed to be on the first floor, but the key wasn't in the spot where you check out the key, so I'm guessing the key will be in the car. Just gotta find the right car. And I have just found it. Hello, S13. Now this is one I'm interested in for myself. I've been wanting either a 180 or an S13. And this one is a S13. It's the K's model, which is the SR20 DET. And this one looks pretty clean. It had pretty good remarks on the auction sheet. We're going to take a further look at it, and I'll share a little bit of the inspection of this one with you guys. A little bit of paint. The roof looks maybe just a little bit off, like a little bit faded. And that's what the auction sheet did say. It said something about just part of the paint not being like totally glossy. And I can see it right there in the trunk too a little bit. Right there's a spot as well. But that's not necessarily a deal breaker in a car for me, especially if we can get it at a good price. Paint's not an issue. Paint can be a relatively cheap and easy fix. Yes, we do have the key as well. Now, that is a little concerning. I mean, it's just surface though, so once again, I mean, that could be fixed with paint. A lot of that'll even wax off, I guarantee it. The dash looks pretty clean. Factory Silvia seats. What am I peeling here? The window tint. A little bit of old window tint on there. But this thing's pretty nice so far. Pretty nice. Factory Nissan little rain guards. So far I'm not against it. Same thing on this side, yeah. A little bit of that is not a deal breaker for me. It's got a lot of parts on it, HKS parts, intakes, exhaust. It's grade 4, B interior, 142,873 original kilometers, which is probably somewhere, what, maybe like 80, 90,000 miles. But it looks pretty clean, guys. The interior, I know you guys love when I say the word clean. Clean, clean. Now, with anything USA import legal, there's obviously that tax on it. There was a 180SX I was looking at the other day. It had a lot less kilometers. It was around 70,000 kilometers. And it was really clean though. It ended up going for almost 15,000 US dollars. And that's too much in my opinion for one of these, or a 180. Under the hood, we're looking pretty good. A little dirty. Similar to how my Skyline was actually. Like a little bit dirty on the walls, and a little bit of rusty bolts, like it's been not garaged its whole life, but it's not necessarily a deal breaker. Some nice bolt-ons, but nothing too crazy. Not a bad looking car. Not bad at all. SR20 DET. Guys, this is looking pretty promising. Interior looks pretty nice. This steering wheel is a little janky, a little weird. Some stickers throughout that I would definitely be removing. But the dash looks good, that's a big plus. Let's start it up. Geez, the AC's going crazy. Okay. Not bad. We're gonna let it warm up. Actually, it's already warmed up. Somebody's definitely had this thing on recently. We'll let it run for a second. Turn the AC back on, see how it feels. I think this one's gonna be a hot item. I think there'll be a lot of people after it because it is USA import legal. It is a 93 S13 Silvia K's. Pretty good remarks. I'm afraid this one's gonna be a little expensive, guys. We'll see. What lights do we have on? Just the door light and then the e-brake. What's good is, I don't know, I don't feel like it's probably been drifted. You can usually tell the ones that have been slid all over the place. This one seems to be in pretty clean condition. Doesn't have all the typical drifter mods, but who knows. It's got some like LED lights down here. I'm not sure. Oh, there we go. They come on by this thing right here. Fancy. AC feels nice and cold. I'm not against it. Let's give it a rev. Sounds pretty good. How about the mirrors? Did they fold? Do we have folding mirrors? Yeah, we do. Mirrors work. I need to see if there's any smoke coming from the exhaust when I rev it. Looks pretty good. A little bit of paint right there, but once again, paint's not that big of a deal as long as it's not completely jacked up. digging it. I'm liking it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm probably not gonna tell you today if I won this one. I'll probably save this for another video if I do end up winning. But who knows? Like I said, I think it'll be a pretty hot item. But I think we're gonna give it a try. I think I will be bidding. I just don't know how high yet, so I will let you guys know, obviously in a later video, how this goes. But there's still a couple other cars to look at today, so let's go do that. Guys, this Soarer has really got me kind of wanting one. This thing is really, really nice. It is 5-speed swapped, but the swap feels good. Everything feels good. Driving it right around here, it felt all right. But this thing is pretty awesome. It's so like luxurious feeling on the inside, but yet it's, you know, it's sporty, it's exciting, it's fun, and it sounds amazing. Decisions, it's all got me all worked up. Lots of decisions to make. Pull it back in its spot. I love the display in it too. It's a really nice car. I don't know, guys. Luxury and sport, or ratchety old Nissan. Just kidding. The S13's not ratchety, but it's what you think about, like F-boys driving around in Japan and sliding sideways everywhere. How about this truck? This truck's pretty sweet. 97 Toyota. I don't know, I just love every cool truck and van and 4x4 vehicle from Japan. Well, we're at an auction in Japan, so why not feature an R32 GTR? There's so many of them at auction. Well, not so many, but comparative to like what I've been looking at for 33s, there's 32s all day long, but 33s in the earlier years, like the 95s, are hard to come by. This 32 is looking a little rough, got a little bit of rust there. I don't really like this door trim piece either. Does have the factory steering wheel. Interior is a little gross. Grade 3 C. C interior, 173,000 original kilometers. Swapped out gauge cluster, but it is documented. It's got the Nismo 320 kilometer an hour. I mean, I'm not really interested in getting another 32 now, I don't think. And if I would, it wouldn't be this one. Start it up there, let you guys hear it real quick. They always have the AC on because everybody checks that and leaves it on. Spider living on this one. It might have been here for a while. A lot of these will sit through auction multiple weeks. Last week was the holiday Obon, so there were no, oh, I guess it's got a turbo timer. There were no auctions last week, but typically something like this, somebody probably wants a decent amount for, and they're not going to get it. So it's going to sit at auction and go through each week until somebody comes around and buys it, or they decide not to auction it off anymore. This one is a 1994 though. It's one of the last years. Not a bad car probably to purchase. Got some negative remarks though. All right, I have the key to look at one more car. Just baited you, it's not this car. Some of you guys in the last video were saying like, oh, how much for that beat up FD, that red one, how much? You know, I don't know. I think it's been not selling. I don't think anybody's even been bidding on it. I would imagine grade 3D, type R, what was the kilometers on it? 120,000 original. I don't know, maybe 6 grand, 8 grand, 6 to 10, somewhere in that area probably is what somebody wants for it. Maybe more because somebody put the wide body work into it. I'm not sure exactly. Who knows? But if you're interested in bidding, we can do it for you. Just hit us up. I swear, guys, I said in the last video that RX-8s look bigger in Japan. I swear they look bigger in Japan. There is no way the USDM RX-8s have that big of a rear door. It's just not possible. Or at least the first like generation of them. All right, here's what I'm up here to look at. I wanted to look at another FD. You guys know I've been loving on some FDs a little bit. And I want an FD to work for me. I want to fit in an FD, so we're gonna sit in this one and see how it is. This one actually looks pretty rough now that I'm seeing it in person. These wheels look pretty nasty. The fenders are pretty messed up. The auction pictures looked good. It's like, wow, look at this super awesome red modified Rx7 FD. But in person, not looking so good. The auction sheet revealed all this. Like if you read all the Japanese fine print, but looking at the crappy Japanese auction pictures, couldn't really see the condition of it so well. Oof, the interior looks like it's been roughly painted too. Does the key fob work? Nope, typical auction car. Will I fit? That's been the problem with the FDs in the past for me. The last one I set in, I didn't fit, and it got me all bummed out. This one's got a different seat though. All right, this one I don't really fit in either. This is as far back as the seat goes, and my legs are pretty up in this thing. The headroom's there. I feel like I have a little bit more headroom this time, maybe. Got like an inch right there in between, but I cannot make this legroom work. Just not gonna happen. Just for fun though, we'll start it up, see what it sounds like. She lives. Didn't think we were gonna get a start there for a second. So this one has, it's a grade 3.5 C interior, 33,400 undocumented kilometers, so not the original kilometers. I'm not a fan of this painted interior. It's definitely not factory. Yeah, not a big fan. It's kind of a dirty car. It's got a weird smell. I guess it's just rotary. It's making me sneeze. Whew. LSD, got some alright parts on it. Oh, a little rough idle. Maybe it's just idling down now. RE, a lot of negative stuff too. Some sabi, some rust. Definitely got an exhaust leak, very smelly. I do love FTs though, the way they sound, the way they rev. It just wasn't meant to be for me. Maybe I just gotta find one with the right seat. I don't know. I just cannot deal with driving around like this. A couple quick features on the way down. Honda NSX, as everyone should know in this video, is the automatic transmission. Yep, locked, figured so. Usually the higher end cars you have to get the keys for. Usually they're not open and available for everybody to just take a look at. This one looks pretty nice, look pretty dirty. It's probably been here a little bit. It's got 23,000 original kilometers though, so that's pretty awesome. Grade 4B, 1992, USA, import legal. And would it even be a video in Japan if I didn't have an R34 GTR in the video? Is this the same one as last week? I don't think so. Let's check the auction sheet. No, the one last week was a V-Spec. This one at least doesn't have the V-Spec badges on it. And by last week, I mean like 2 weeks ago. It's a grade R, C interior, 33,000 original kilometers. That's not bad. It's a 2002 base model. Doesn't look too bad. What was replaced? What's the R for? Front left fender. This fender was replaced. Maybe you can kind of see it's a little bit different paint. Maybe, it's hard to say. It's probably just the lighting, yeah. There's an S15 over here. Got to get this key back to the Rx7 soon, so we won't spend too much time. See a Supra, big old catfish. Supras look like catfishes to me. Ooh, does it have Nismo LMGT1s on the front? What the heck? What are you confused Supra? Big old wang. LMGT1s on the front. What are these like? They look like sort of like TEs, but they're not TEs. Race spec. Probably some Shogun wheel. I don't know, some kind of knockoff TE 37 looking wheel. Big ol' wang. What is the details on this? It is a Supra RZS 1211 2001. 115,000 undocumented kilometers. Lots of negative remarks in that section as well. Very interesting. The LMGT ones caught me off guard. I was like, what? Hold up. A lot of these cars over against the outside wall here I've showed in some previous auction videos. So a lot of these, if you want to see them, you need to go watch that video. But these two Rx7s, I don't believe I have featured yet. And that Z looks new as well. These things are pretty sweet. Not something that I would consider. I like the Rx7s, but usually only starting at like the FC. I like the FCs a little bit. I love the FDs. Not big on the FBs. But they're cool, nonetheless. But look at this Fairlady Z. This thing's pretty awesome. These cars are so cool. It's got some rust, some cracks. I love the two-tone paint. Yeah, this bodywork is kind of weird. It's a grade RD interior. Undocumented kilometers. Not a lot good about it. The back driver's side fender has been replaced. Probably a locked car, yeah. Oh, and it's automatic. Man, that's lame. Oh, can't go that way. If I got something like this, it would have to be a manual transmission. But it would be very hard for me to buy something this old for this purchase that I'm doing right now. The car I want next is something I can drive and have fun in the States. Drive it back and forth to the shop. But this, I would worry too much about breaking something on all these old cars. Just wouldn't be smart. But you can check out all of these cars, I think all of these cars, in previous auction videos if you'd like to. Go back and check the previous auction videos out. The Z, that one might be new. I don't necessarily remember this one. Grade RC, 129,000 original, 5-speed. This one doesn't look so bad. Is that like, that's kind of weird. Some bumps. I don't know if it's rust under there. V6. It's kind of weird that they came with V6s when most stuff from that time frame was like inline 6s, I guess. This Evo's been here for months now. It's an Evo 4. I think it's a 96, if I remember correctly. People just want too much for it. That sounded like an Evo starting up, kind of. What just started up? Now I'm curious just to know if I'm right. If I know what an Evo starting up sounds like. I do know what an Evo sounds like. That is an Evo. That's funny. Know that sound anywhere. He just started up and he's starting to rev it. Yikes. It seems like the rain has momentarily let up, so I have a couple of gems to share with you here. Look at this bad mother trucker. This thing is insane. What if I bought this? It is in such rough condition. Forget the Silvia. I'm coming back with a Delica and a super modded out, I don't know, it's like a Hiace or something. Really rusty, really gross. But this thing is ridiculous. Look at the license plate spot. Oh my God. What does the interior look like? And it's locked. It's got a purple seat in the back. I think this might be a Japanese bang bus. Oh man, yep, it's got a bed in the back, it looks like. Interesting, very interesting what you will find. Teeny little steering wheel, automatic transmission. The things you find in Japan. While we're out here, let's show you Delica goals. Look at this freaking thing. This thing is beautiful. The L300 is this body style Delica, same one I have. But this one's got the big fenders, lifted up with some bigger tires. It is the Super Exceed, the same trim as mine, automatic, 4x4. It's got the refrigerator. Now he doesn't have the altimeter. I don't think he's got the altimeter. It is locked. It's got some nice tint on it, but I don't know if you can make this out. Delica Star Wagon Owners Club. I need to find these people. I need to be part of their club. And then it's also got this sticker. Internet Delica Fan Room. Delica.ne.jp. Definitely going to this. Definitely checking it out. Mitsubishi Motors fan owners meeting. This is cool. I like this stuff. Ooh, he's got probably a louder exhaust on there too. That's awesome. Definitely gonna be doing some, I want this roof rack too, I've been looking at it, but I just don't know. This one's got the crystal light roof too, and it's got the roof rack, so I mean, it can be done. Just might affect the view a little bit. And I like these big rain guards, that's cool. Delica Star Wagon. That's something I could definitely be interested in getting for mine. Not a bad looking Delica at all. In case any of you were wondering, this is where the magic happens. All these little poles set up here, there, and there is where they take all the auction pictures. They roll them through here and they automatically take all the pictures from all the sides. Back at the shop now, it's getting close. It's past 6 o'clock, it's almost 7 o'clock. The Silvia is about to go up for auction, so I'm gonna head up front and we're gonna be doing some bidding on it. So that's why I'm gonna end this video here, so I don't either look excited or disappointed at the end of this video, so you guys don't know. But we also did purchase this Supra here for Jamie in Okinawa. Congratulations, Jamie. We won that, and we also won the R33 GTR that we took a look at in this video. That one will be coming to the shop soon, and soon available for sale. R34 GTR motor. Be pretty sweet. But anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this auction video. I haven't checked any other prices of any other cars. There was a 1999 R34 GTR that we didn't have a chance to take a look at today. It had only 5,000 original kilometers, and it sold for the most any base model R34 GTR has ever sold for. Close to around like $70,000, which was pretty crazy. But I mean, actually it was more than that. It was closer to like 75, 80,000. Anyways, pretty crazy, but it did have super low kilometers, basically a brand new R34 GTR. Anyways, I gotta get up front and get to doing some bidding. I hope you guys enjoyed the auction video. I'll see you very soon in the next one. Hey, next week the auction, Captain 26 is gonna be here. My boys from Okinawa are coming up. Get excited for that collab. Captain 26 and Godzilla in a Tux. Go follow them on YouTube. I'm going to bid on a Silvia. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.